Recently, we have seen millions of activists mobilize around many diverse causes. This has occurred at every level, locally, nationally, and internationally. Social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube have become instrumental in movements for social change, galvanizing millions in ways unlike anything we have seen in history. The network population is gaining greater access to information, more opportunities to engage in public speech, and an enhanced ability to undertake collective action. But is this type of massive, instant activism effective? And does it open up the supporters of social change to negative, unexpected consequences? Social media is a group of internet-based applications that allow for the creation and exchange of user-generated content. Social media also includes the technology which allows it to have scalable communication techniques and ubiquitous accessibility with the use of smartphones and tablets. There are 6 different types of social media, including collaborative projects, blogs and microblogs, content communities, and social networking sites. Grassroots organizations use social media to spread its ideological message and information instantly. YouTube videos explain a movement's core principles and can introduce the public to human atrocities around the world. Social media can also allow a movement to be far more nimble about choosing a day of protest. With a single Facebook post or Twitter feed, a massive call to action can be launched in seconds. Organizations use social media to engage their supporters, get feedback, and join conversations. Other strategies like those used by WikiLeaks and Anonymous utilizes cyber civil disobedience such as hacking to protect an open internet and the free flow of information.
To fellow users of the internet, greetings. Anonymous has a grave announcement to make to all users of the World Wide Web. The internet you have come to take for granted has once again come under attack. Several interest groups have been successfully lobbying to consolidate internet censorship within the United States. They are rallying for the right to remove any websites they deem inappropriate and, ultimately, for the ability to remove any content that disagrees with their profit margins, personal whims, or other agendas. This new initiative is called the Protect IP Act. This bill would allow the U.S. government to force ISPs and search engines to censor websites they do not like under the guise of copyright protection. Instead of
the Arab Spring in Tunisia, Egypt, and elsewhere in the Mid-East relied heavily on the internet, websites, and mobile technologies in the early stages to accelerate social protests and help organize civil disobedience campaigns and street actions. Here in the United States, social media played an instrumental role in the success of many social political protests. The Kony 2012 documentary went viral on YouTube with 100 million views in 6 days, the fastest film to do so. The purpose of the Kony 2012 online campaign was to arrest the Ugandan guerrilla group leader, Joseph Kony, before the end of 2012.
What is it that you want to be when you grow up?
For me, I wanted to be lawyer, but no money. I don't have money to pay my school fees, so that I learned and then I be lawyer.
After spending a few weeks with Jacob, he told me something I would never forget.
So it is better when you kill us. And if possible, you can kill us, you kill us. For us, we don't want now to stay because
You don't want to stay on Earth.
we are only two, no one taking care of us. We are not going to school. So
You would rather die than stay on Earth.
Yes.
Even now.
Even now. How are we going to stay in our future?
Since this campaign, the U.S. Congress has signed 2 resolutions pledging support for the capture of Kony. The documentary has been criticized as being outdated and having an oversimplified version of the history of the issues. This criticism confronts one of the main tenets of social media: user-generated content. User-generated content has been criticized as having a lack of accountability, lack of control, and a lack of accuracy. These are just a few cracks in this empowering technology. Social media emphasizes the digital divide that still exists in this country and around the world. If social networking is the central mechanism by which activism and social change occur, the millions will be left out with the democratization and social change stunted. In San Francisco, authorities sought to shut down mobile phone services within their transit system in an attempt to stymie protests after a shooting by a transit authority police officer. No one disputes the ability social networking has in drawing attention to a cause, but opinion varies on whether it has a significant lasting impact or an ability to change the hearts and minds of the public. While evaluating the effectiveness of social media in delivering change, hearts and minds cannot be measured. While user traffic, tweets, and e-petition signatures can be measured to determine support.
Everyone just has something like at their core that they're really upset about.
The term slacktivism is being used to describe
people who are happy to click on the like button about a cause and may make other nominal, supportive gestures. But they're hardly inspired with the kind of emotional fire that forces a shift in public perception.
Malcolm Gladwell, contributing columnist to The New Yorker, stated that traditionally highly effective movements evolve within parties built upon strong tie personal connections. Activism associated with social media, however, is dependent upon weak tie relationships. These are loose networks, whereas meaningful activism requires strong, robust organizational structure. To quote from an article appearing in Communications of the ACM on social media and activism, social media allows for the exchange of views on a said position. It increases the capability for calls to action in pure organizational logistics. In other words, if the new techniques of activism serve to amplify and even help better organize the old, what is wrong with that? We would like to ask our panelists, is social media more empowering to leadership or the supporters of a movement? If social media becomes the only successful mechanism to cause social change, what happens to those who do not have access to social media? And does cyber activism amount to a lesser inferior form of activism compared to physical, on the streets type of political activism?